everyone.
Hi.
Welcome
It wouldn't be a
in.
VTuber event without some scuff, right?
Nah.
Even a memorial. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, everyone, for making it out. Oh, my tail's blocking chat. Hold on. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for being here.
Yes.
Welcome.
Thank you so much for being here. My name is Clary Nova, and with me is...
I'm Slug. I'm the Love Slug. Most of y'all know who I am, but if you don't, I was a good friend of Swittx, I stream over at twitch.tv/theloveslug, and I'm really grateful to be here.
Yes.
With my friend Clary here.
Yes, I was, you guys probably recognize me from a lot of Swittx streams, but, yeah, I'm her VTuber bestie. It's so nice to see a bunch of new faces and a bunch of, recognizable names. It's good to have everyone here. I'm so happy that we are able to do all this for you guys. It's been a lot of hard
like
work.
what we put together.
Yeah. So Swit started VTubing back in July of 2020. Why didn't I research my facts before I came onto this?
I know, right?
But she was a cam streamer about a year before she started VTubing. And unfortunately, she did pass this year, July 2nd. Yes, we had her for a wonderful 2 years of VTubing, and we are all here to witness everything she has planned for. She had planned for her 2.0. We wanted to kind of showcase what she had in store for you guys. For her 2.0, and also give some of her online community and friends opportunities to kind of share,
eulogize, share their memories of Swit,
because not everyone was able to attend her IRL memorial, and I had the fortunate opportunity to, and the first thing on my mind was you guys, the community, and so this all is for y'all.
Yeah, and I think y'all will like what we put together. We managed to finish out a lot of the projects that they had in the works that they unfortunately weren't able to see to fruition, but I think they would be really happy to see how they. And I think y'all are gonna like them too. Yeah,
so some of the stuff we have in store, we have her lore video that was supposed to come out with her 2.0. We have we're gonna revisit some of her covers and release and debut some of her newer covers. You guys are gonna be super stoked to hear some of this. It's gonna be nice to revisit hearing her voice. It's gonna be nice.
Thank you so much for the raid, Sagisawa. Thank you. Welcome in, raiders below.
Welcome in.
We love Swit. We love Swit too. I assume if you're raiding in, you know why we're here. And if any of you happen to be new here, we're two of Swit's friends, and we're here to memorialize our late friend Swit and celebrate their life and share some of the projects that they had in the works when they unfortunately passed, and show you what we managed to bring the fruition to them ourselves, and share just some of the things they had worked on prior as well, and I think you'll like them.
Yeah, let me tell you guys, she really did fight till the very end. I am amazed that she was able to do any of the stuff we're about to show you while being on treatment. It's insane. It's insane. She is a fighter. She was strong till the very end, and we are so excited to show everything. So let's see.
I think all the projects we're going to share really exemplify that too.
So without further ado,
you want to go into the lore video?
Yeah, so let's go to the lore video.
I think y'all are gonna like this.
Yeah, y'all are gonna love it.
They say, once a delinquent, always a delinquent. But not necessarily. Believe it or not, the Swit you know now was once a simple student who had trouble making friends. They did have friends, but noticed that the other students found those friends more interesting. Their friends radiated and sparkled, while Swit remained a dull rock in their friends' shadows. This inspired them to work hard and create things that were worthwhile, but they felt like they lacked the magnetic personality that they saw in so many of the people they admired. But the lack of progress began to feel suffocating for Switt. They thought to themselves that something had to change. They were going to make their mark. Switt returned to the school to announce their plan to anyone who would hear. Surely this would make them more interesting. Surely this would gain them more friends. "Listen up," they announced. "I'm no longer taking a back seat. This school is my turf now, and if you don't like it, you can come out and fight me about it." Students looked in horror at this cringy display of, well, whatever this was. Why are they acting like this? Huh? Are they okay? Rumors very quickly began to spread about how weird Switt was. They had missed the mark. Ashamed, they began to hang out at the local arcade and manga cafe to avoid anyone who might recognize them. Well, despite their pivot to a low profile, Switt did catch the attention they'd initially desired. Unfortunately, it was the attention of a gang in town. A gang that now considered Switt a rival. "Yeah, we heard about your little announcement. Guess we gotta show you who's really in charge around here." Switt was utterly defeated. The disgraced delinquent fled to a nearby mountain, unable to cope with the loss against the rival gang. They'd stumbled upon a small shrine, the perfect place to hide out. It was lonely, but the view was gorgeous. The next day, Switt decided to adventure into the nearby forest. And on that day, wait, Switt, you're gonna... Breaking the tiny shrine when they tripped, Switt unleashed a powerful spell, turning them into a werewolf. Switt had forgotten everything from their former city life, and now they had pointy teeth, ears, and a tail that smelled like cotton candy. Beginning anew, Switt decided to build a manga cafe at the foot of the mountain. Over time, patrons became friends and filled the seats at the cafe, and the friendships and bonds they created were so powerful that they eventually remembered their past. That was when they realized they were no longer a lone wolf. They were a happy, hot-headed older sister to so many. Switt had gained something they'd never thought they'd have. Happiness in the company of others. The years passed. Switt was happy and surrounded by love. They'd built a home and a family for themselves. But as time passed, something no one could have expected became apparent. Switt, because of the magic of the broken shrine, was immortal. And as the years went on, and Switt's friends aged, Switt remained as they were. The years turned to decades, and eventually, Switt sat alone in their home that had known so much love over the years. They were grateful for the joy it had brought them all this time. They took one last look around before walking out the door, the sign on it now reading closed. Switt started to run, and that run became a sprint. They ran and they ran until they were blitzing through an endless field of sunflowers like a comet. And eventually, they came upon a wide ethereal river. On the other side, Switt saw all of their friends. Realizing where they were, Switt chuckled to themselves. They'd run so fast and ferociously that they'd found their way to the Sanzu itself, the border between our world and the world beyond. With a mighty howl, Switt leapt across to the other side. And into the loving arms of their friends. Once again, Switt had found happiness and a home in the company of others. The end.
Machinery, Ori, and in the chat. I don't know if Uni's here, but they were two of the artists. They're the ones who they had already done a good portion of it. So when we were starting to organize this project, I proposed doing some sort of memorial video, and they were like, "Well, we had already done most of the lore video, so we ended up they worked with us to finish it out, and they were very very cool. They were what's a good word for it? They with a very, very short turnaround managed to draw out the epilogue that we ended up writing, which was what you saw there at the end. And,
you wrote the epilogue, right? You're the one who wrote it.
I did, and so I hope you all liked it.
Yeah, it was beautiful. It was so good. Oh
it was
my god.
a big responsibility, so I did my very best, and I hope y'all liked it. I think Swittx liked it. Yeah. And big thanks to, I know Nami was in the chat too. Nami was the editor for the video to make it into what was quite literally an animation. And God, do they constantly put up with my short turnaround times, and they always deliver. They're always incredibly talented when it comes to this stuff. So Nami, you did a wonderful job, and thank you so much. And Ori and Uni, thank you so much as well. And I'm glad y'all liked the ending. And yes, we will be making it available on YouTube. I think Nami wanted to add subtitles to the video. And we will definitely be making it available on Swittx channel.
Yeah. The lore video is going to be the lore video is going to be posted separately, and then this whole entire stream is being recorded, so if you can't attend all of it, don't worry. Yes. It'll all be on Swittx channel. Archive. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Oh, but that was so cute. That was so cute.
I loved it. I really, really love it.
Yes, thank you so much. If the mods can shout out
shout out Machinery. That was one of our artists. Please go give them a follow. Shout out Oyasumi Uni. Another one of them, and then shout out Baka Tsunami. They all do stream. Uni and Ori both typically stream art content, but they also do play games. Nami is typically streaming as gaming content. And they're all very good friends. Love them, dear.
So
and
now,
thank you for all the work y'all put in.
Yes, thank you so much. It was beautiful.
So I think that brings us to the model showcase.
So Hime did the rigging, and Nee did the model rigging.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
And then we have Roly Bun, who is also, I see her in chat. Roly Bun, also named Julie, who designed Switt's initial character. So we're excited to show you. Nee was kind enough to send in a showcase of the model.
So a lot of you are probably familiar with her older design, their older design, and the one that you've been seeing in the lore video or in the opening screen, that was going to be their redesign. So that's what we're going to be showcasing.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and do that. So yeah, wasn't she cute, guys?
No, it was so cute. I love the little sunflower pup.
I know, the sunflower doggies. Yeah. She initially planned for the sunflower doggy to be a text-to-speak mascot, And I
Oh
know,
yeah, for sure.
I know you guys would have ran ran to the
Oh,
hills with that.
absolutely. They would. I think chat would have very much enjoyed using that.
Oh yeah.
Or misusing that, maybe. Better description. The apron. Yeah, oh my god, I love it.
Yeah, I didn't know they were gonna put an apron.
I didn't know
on
there was
their
an apron
model.
toggle.
Yeah, that's cute.
They
Makes
showed
sense.
me some previews while they were having it worked on, but I'd never seen the apron. That was really cute. Yeah. Yeah.
So as you guys know, Swit loved to sing. She was our singing werewolf idiot older sister. And so
True.
she came out with 2 covers. She was able to publish 2 covers before she passed. It was King King by Kanaria, and then Jinsei wa Saiko no Himatsubushi from
That was the
Honeyworks.
most recent one they'd done, right?
Yeah, that was a little bit a while ago, but at the height of the whole King
craze
epidemic,
Yeah.
they were able to make one. So let's go ahead and revisit some of those covers. Yeah, are y'all ready to hear her one more time?
Yeah, I think that would be nice.
Yeah, let's go.
You're caged up, tied to my leash. You'll learn to obey me, you're my darling. No, hey, stop, don't lock me up. I beg and I plead, oh please forgive me. The wishes of these peasants, can't they see the irony? They're all just begging for a taste of love to be set free. But they don't know they fought the love they're reeling at my feet. Here comes the next to go, a virgin happy show. Nothing more than I wish for, but everything from you. Same as ever, I'll take over with no warning. I won't give away a single thing I don't have to. I won't even spare a wish just for you. Right side, let me see you share your face. Up, your colors started me. Left side, let me see you share your face. You are king. You are king. Down which ain't dead, sitting in my lap like a dog purebred. Obedient, tearing the beat of a heart that's taken, shaken. My beauty has no cap when you see that. Hey, still shaking, I'm taking control and unforgettable. Playing so innocent, you're my perfect darling, darling. When you laugh so cute like that, all of my pain is in the past. Carelessly, I'll die this way. All of my hate where there's a way. This la 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 da da da. I hate the way it kills my brain. Nothing more than I wish for, but everything from you. Same as ever, I'll take over with no warning. I won't give away a single thing I don't have to. I won't even spare a wish just for you. Left side, right side, let me see you share your face. Your colors started me. Left side, right side, let me see you share your face. You are king. You are king. Down now on your knees and everybody bow and worship my hand given unto me. All that I come in now, tell me that you are king. At my feet for you to fill your heart with a toxic venom under control. I'm serpent servant, king. もしも今死んじゃったら泣いてくれる人はいますか1年いや1ヶ月も経てばどうせ忘れられてるんでしょうつぶやいてしまうあの顔になりたかったもしそうなればこの世界をきっと好きになれたでしょう何でもかんでも生きたか真似して死んでるし不満ぶつける落下削除もできないしああもうやるせないな消えちゃえば楽かなもしも今死んじゃった 幸せ探しもしも今死んじゃったら泣いてくれる人はいますか一年いや1ヶ月も経てばどうせ忘れられてるんでしょなんか超悔しいからやめだお腹すいたし人生は最高の暇つぶしどうせなら楽しまなきゃね
Wow, that was you're right. That's one heck of an opening line, yeah.
Yeah, I remember when we were we were testing everything and we saw that one. We saw that opening line. We were like, oh my god.
Yeah, we were like, oh.
Yeah, we were like, oh Christ.
These next
But
two songs we are about to showcase are covers. One she did with Rune.mp4, who also did a lot of the art and also did the graphic for the Twitter.
Oh, for the Twitter, the post that we
So
put
big
out,
thanks to
the
Rune
sunflower post.
for doing all this. I hope you guys will be excited. It is a song that everyone should know. And then after that song is gonna be the original song that she created for.
Yeah. You heard a little bit of that in the lore video, but this is going to be the full version.
Yeah, so we're excited to show you guys. You guys ready?
強くならる理由を知った僕を連れて進め泥だらけの戦闘にこわばる心震える手はそこにたいものがあるそれだけさ夜の匂いに空に何でも変わっていけるのは自分自身だけそれだけさ強くなれる理由を知った僕を連れて進めどうしたって消せない夢も止まれない今も誰かのために強くなれるならありがとう悲しみよ世界に打ちのめされてまくる意味をした紅の花よ咲き誇れ夢を照らして稲光の沈むさす本当心優しいだけじゃはまらないものあるわかってるけど水面で体に全なく透けて見える偽善に点だ瞳は瞳は瞳は瞳 I don't need you 一切ならないように色道して咲いて散るんだ少し乱暴に敷き詰められて飛び荒けの道を本気の僕だけが生まれるから乗り越えてみせるよ簡単に立てつけられて守れなかった夢の紅の真相に出会いしこの地に宿って人知れず儚い手によく結末無情に破れた悲鳴の風吹く誰かの笑う影誰かの泣き声誰もが幸せを願ってるどうしたって消せない shame. Let your fire show. Moving slower, starting over, knowing closure, making composure. When cold gets colder, you'll just grow older. The flame unfolds in the heart of your openness. Flickering your guiding light attempts to bring you home, but you can still make any place your own. Look ahead, there's so much to be said, so many roads to tread on. Don't you give it up now. Try again, you know it's all in your head. Don't you mind the pain? I know it's easy to forget what's unsaid, and you see the hurdles waiting up again. But I swear, in a sea of ice, you'll feel your eyes light up. Struggling, I know it's hard when fear is all you've known. Just so that you will never be alone. Look ahead, there's so much to be said, so many roads to tread. Don't you give it up now. Try again, I know it's all in your head. Don't you mind the pain? I know it's easy to forget what's unsaid, and the tired thoughts they burn inside your head. But I swear, in a sea of ice, you'll feel your eyes light up. You see your flame, even if you don't. Let your eyes light up. Let your eyes light up and find your home.
Oh my god, I'm like shaking. I was shaking as I was.
Yeah.
Oh, song is in the back. Hold on.
Yeah.
Light Up, Swittx, featuring the Sunflower game produced by Tekio. I hope you guys enjoyed her original song, and thank you guys for coming by and listening to that. Oh, that was quite the trip.
The chorus always gets me with featuring everybody from the community in the end part. If y'all don't catch it, that's just that's Swit and Song singing together at the end, which I think is really wonderful.
Yeah. So without further ado, we will move to the segment where Swit's friends and I was about to say friends and family, but Swit's friends and community members will say a few words about, you know, their experience with Swit, starting with the Love Slug.
Oh no, I'm kicking things off, I guess.
Yeah, you're kicking things off.
I'm the first one that has to cry. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. All right. Well, hi everybody. Thank you again for being here. I'm really grateful. I see a lot of members of my own community and a lot of familiar faces. So thank you all for being here. It's really wonderful to see so many folks here to show their love and support. And man, where do I start? Swit had so much they still wanted to share with everyone, and I'm just Really grateful to everyone who came here or came together on this project so that we could see it all finished together and be able to get it all shared with y'all. I'm really grateful that y'all have liked everything that we've shared today. We were all worked really, really hard to get all of this put together, so thank you. I really want to thank Uni and Ori for coming on board to finish the lore video art and adapt the epilogue that I wrote. That was really hard for me to do, and it was really great to see it adapted in that way. Nami for taking the video editing on as such a last-minute ask, as I usually subject him to, and doing such an incredible job with it. Thank you, Glottal, and all of our artists for the incredible pieces we saw during the montage at the end of that lore video. And to Tenchio and all of our vocalists for giving Sweat a proper anthem to be sent off with, as you just heard. I think that was something they'd be really happy to have heard. Clary and Johnny, thank you both for being wonderful coordinators and managing the majority of the organization for this event. So Clary and Johnny have been doing a ton of work on managing the organizational aspects for this. All the stream stuff that you see happening right now, Clary, wouldn't have been possible without her. So thank you, big thank you. And finally, Sank, thank you for being the incredible person you are and were for Sweat, and for trusting all of us to finish their projects and to organize this event for them, and for being a part of our lives as well. Thank you. So that's all the thank yous I had. As far as my what I want to say about Sweat, they were an incredible person, one of the kindest and most caring I've ever met. And one of my fondest memories with them will always be the time we spent back together in 2022 when we were watching the Wholesome Direct together. And just getting to be in the company of someone so earnest and genuine as they expressed their joy over cute critters and concepts, because that's who they were. A beautiful and resilient sunflower, persisting in what is often a harsh and unkind world, and managing to find the joy and hope in it. They were always able to do that. They were always happy to help you bear whatever burden you were dealing with, even though they were dealing with so much of their own. And they always had the passion to speak out against injustice and sought to make this world a better place. And I think they did just that, just by being here, and just inspiring hope in me, I know for sure, and so many of you that are here in this community. The love and hope they had for this world and the people in it burned so intensely, and that flame burns on in all of us. If you're familiar with me, you know I like to make cringe Gurren references, and because that's how I cope with trauma and grief. But Swit may be gone, but they live on in our hearts and in the flame that they left behind to guide us. Like they said, don't be afraid to let your fire show. Swit could see it, and the world deserves to see it too. I aim to spend the rest of my life emulating their strength and their kindness to make this world a better place, one they'd be proud of. Later, buddy. I miss you, and I love you. I know you've got our backs as we press forward into tomorrow. Sunflower Gang forever. And that's all I have. Thank you. All right, Clary, get me out of here.
No, you have to do the next letter.
Oh, I gotta do the next letter too. Oh man. Oh yeah, you're right. I'm up.
Thank you so much for the.
You're right.
Thank you so much for the words. I love it.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I'll do the next one. Here, let me take a sip of water really quick.
Here, I'll do the introductions while you take a sip of water. So some of Swit's friends weren't able to make it to the stream, so I gave them either the choice to record a video or send in a letter.
Next one's from Ritz.
Yeah, the next one is a letter from Ritz BT. Take it away.
Okay, I got it. Who was Swit? She was exactly who she said she was, our sunflower. Every time I've interacted with Swit, she just lit up the room and everyone around her. She was just so bright and brought laughter and smiles to all. It was always a good time when she was around, and even when watching her streams. She was one of a kind. She was our Baka older sister werewolf. She was our sunflower. I'm glad to have known her and call her my friend. We hung out a few times and had a few collabs, and they were always so memorable. She was someone who just always made me laugh and smile. We both also shared the love of Coca-Cola, and now whenever I open one, I'll think of you. Thank you for lighting up our lives, forever in our hearts, Swit. Ritz.
This next letter is kind of funny. It's another one of Swit's friends. His name is Shiro. Shiro channel Shiro Sings or Shiro VT. And they wanted me to play this audio in the background, so I hope you guys get a good laugh of this because this is kind of funny.
Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog.
He wanted me to play this while I read his letter. So this is from Shiro Channel VT. Thank you for reading on my behalf, Clary, and thank you for allowing me to be a part of this memorial. Swit was among the first friends I had the fortune of meeting when I started streaming back in 2021. And I'll always look back fondly on every chance I've had to interact with them. Our random sessions of Dead by Daylight, the cursed and mind-numbing games of golf with friends, and them making a cursed edit of me with hot dogs while listening to the hotdog.jpg. Please play this in the background. When I mentioned I hate mustard, they went all in on a mustard too. So attached to this is a PNG of them surrounded by mustard. I regret not reaching out to Swit as often as I should have, but there's someone I'll always remember and view as a role model. I attribute a lot of my growth and maturity to them, and they still inspire me greatly in singing. I miss them dearly, and Song, their families, their friends, and this community are all in my thoughts and prayers. Swit lived with all the werewolf strength they had, and so I hope we'll all carry that werewolf strength every day. May Swit rest in peace, in our memories and in our hearts forever.
Very well said. Thank you for reading that.
Yes, and thank you guys.
Thank you for the hot dogs too.
Yeah, thank you for the hot dogs.
Yeah. I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog.
You do that so well. Let me tell you guys, Slug's voices are so good. It's so interesting to hear them. This next I have Nikki.
Gotcha.
So this one, they also wanted me to show something. So I'm gonna scoot over here. Here you go. So this one is from Nikki VT, another one of Slit's friends. He writes, you know, I always find myself coming across individuals in real life saying how it's weird that I've made friends online, or that some of my close friends are people I spend time with online instead of going out and touching grass to meet quote unquote real people. Yet I've made some of the best friendships and memories this way, and honestly, remembering when I first met Swit, I wasn't prepared to have built such a great friendship with them, and even wonderfully inspired individual who carried happiness wherever she was. Seriously, it was like her entrance lit up the Discord chat and we were ready for laughs, giggles, fun, and banter. She gave me and everyone around us so many memories to remember her by, and I could never forget them. My fondest memories of Swit was when we were all playing golf with friends and she kept hitting the balls too hard, knocking them out of bounds. So we kept saying werewolf strength, which became kind of a meme in the group. So I ended up making a meme of her holding up a golf club. Where was I? And blow up muscle arms and pirate peg legs because her old model didn't have any. We laughed so much together. Thank you, Swit. Thank you so much for the memories. Thank you for being a great friend, and may you continue to be the brightest sunflower in our memories. That was from Nikki VT, and right here is the meme he made for her. It looks like just how I remember them. So
it just looks exactly how I remember.
Yeah. So the next person is going to be a speaker, Kara.
Ria?
Kara. It's gonna be Kara because Ria's not ready yet. Hi, Kara.
Hello, hi.
Hi, let me make sure your Fugi works. Give me 1 second. Oh, look at you.
Yeah, how am I looking?
You're looking beautiful.
Oh,
Alright.
thank
Oh,
you.
so cute. Yeah.
Me and Swit did quite a lot of collabs over the probably year or two, probably closer to 2 years, year and a half that I knew them. And we had some really good times together. So it's not how I met Swit, but it's how I got to know Swit. Was I hosted like a Carda Hestia GF/BF/partner applications, and it was like a fun kind of community thing that I did with a Google form for people who wanted to apply to be my fake girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, for 6 months. With like the idea that we'd do collabs and we'll have like each of us names and our bios and stuff, and I got almost 50 responses back. It was it was near my peak actually. So yeah, I was really surprised with how many responses I got back, and Swit actually won that. So it was completely anonymous. I had no idea whose application was whose. And I knew that Swit had applied, but yeah, like, I mean, how typical is that like of 50 anonymous people, Swit was like the funniest, most interesting application that I got, and we were fake girlfriends for 6 months, which was how that's how, you know, I kind of became why I would consider to be like proper, fully friends with them. We must have done like half a dozen collabs during that time. Last night I was, you know, racking my brain like, oh, what can I show and tell? What can I bring? And I realized, oh, I still have that Google form. So I can read some of Swit's responses to the questions on that Google form. I asked everybody to give anonymous names for themselves. Obviously, I needed to refer to people because I went through all like 40 plus of these on stream. And so I asked everyone to submit an alias, like a fake name, and Swit chose Hamster 5000. Which was probably the weirdest one I got. But it was because apparently they were very nearly a hamster VTuber, supposedly the story went, which was one of the many things that I later learned. The questions were a little bit kind of out there. I wanted to kind of prompt people to give kind of funny or interesting answers. So, for example, one of them is if a group of angry villagers or a monster slayer came to my cottage trying to harm me, what would you do? And Swit's response was, I would outweird them. I would let you hide, then open the door and try to sell them rubber ducks. I'll show them such an array of rubber ducks that they can't say no because there is one that truly represents them. If that fails, I'll bring out the biggest rubber duck, like a 5-foot tall rubber duck. That's a big duck, you see. If that doesn't work, we can run into the forest, I guess. The whole form is very bizarre. Like, it's a window into Swit's joyful, bizarre thought process. And in the end, I chose them because I thought this person's going to be really fun. Whoever this is, they're going to be really fun to collab with and get to know because they just seem like a little bit of a lunatic. And that ended up being very true, and we had some great times together. I remember we did a tier list of who the hottest Smash player was, or Smash character was, and universally came to the decision that it was Samus, just to remind everybody that that is mandated by heaven, by Swit. Samus is the hottest Smash Brothers character. And I wish I could remember what the top results were for our like porn tag tier list that we did, like our Dojin tags. We did a tier list of those, and I learned some things about Swit that day. I learned quite a few things about Swit, but yeah, we had a lot of fun. You know, they would always say yes if I needed, like, anytime I asked them to, if they wanted to hang out or talk or collab. They took part in quite a few of my charity events as well. You know, they were just a really special person who I was very, very lucky to meet and get to know.
Well, thank you, Car, for so much for sharing some of your moments.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for having me on.
Next person who is going to oh god. The next person who's gonna speak
there they are.
is I kind of want to just leave it there. It's gonna be DJ Yuki, who sent in a recording for me to play for all of y'all. So let's go ahead and.
Konbanya. Yuki watched Swit back when Swit first became a VTuber. Yuki would watch Swit streams from time to time and would raid and interact with Swit from time to time. But Yuki's first real interaction with Swit was almost 2 years ago. Back in October 2021, one of our friends, Aru, suggested that we would do a Phasmophobia collab. Yuki was up for this first collab, but as a timid VTuber, Yuki was very, very nervous. This was Yuki's first time interacting with another VTuber that Yuki wasn't friends with prior. So Yuki was very nervous with how the collab would go and how Swit would perceive Yuki. However, despite being the first time that we interacted, throughout the collab, Yuki noticed how easy it was for Yuki to interact with Swit. Yuki had nothing to worry about at all. Swit was very approachable in the eyes of timid Yuki, which put Yuki at ease. From time to time after that, Yuki would collab with Swit, whether it be Phasmo, or Pico Park, or Human Fall Flat, or Mario Kart. Whenever a collab was planned, Yuki would be excited. When Yuki's first year live 2D anniversary was coming up, Yuki was struggling to figure out who to collab with. But Swit was one of the first ones that came up in Yuki's mind. We ended up playing prop night with the others, and despite the technical issues in Yuki's end that happened throughout the anniversary stream, Yuki had fun playing with Swit and everyone. It was fun letting Yuki self loose, especially when it was Yuki's time to be the killer, which is something Yuki wouldn't have done with someone Yuki wasn't familiar with. Yuki was glad to see Swit and everyone else cheering Yuki on during Yuki's singing stream right after prop night. Swit also influenced Yuki with microphone choice. Yuki was looking to get a new mic and was looking to get one particular mic. However, after talking to Swit and getting advice, Swit helped steer Yuki to the mic that Yuki uses now. Swit knew that Yuki was timid, but Swit would encourage Yuki whenever Yuki's timidness got to her. Yuki's grateful for the times when Swit would encourage Yuki. We talked about collabing once Swit got better, and Yuki wishes that she had one more chance to collab with Swit. Yuki's interactions with Swit is something Yuki will really miss. Swit was one of the few VTuber friends Yuki has made, and Yuki is happy that she was able to interact with Swit, even if it was for a short time. This that you see behind Yuki is a PSO2 model of Swit that Yuki made many years back. Or not many years, many months back. It's not perfect, but this is at least the least Yuki could do to honor Switt's memory. Switt, Yuki will miss you. It might have been a short time, but thank you for everything. Arigato nya.
So that was DJ Yuki.
Wonderful little howl at the end. Looks like I'm back up too. Wait, are we gonna have Ria come in?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I'm right.
Get back down. It's
Yeah,
not your turn
Get
yet.
back down in your corner. Get back down there, mollusk. Come on.
Okay, let's go ahead and bring up the next speaker. Ria is the Papa of 1.0. I had to. She always would be like Mama-san and Papa Ria. Hello.
Hello, hi everyone.
Ria. Thank you for joining
Welcome.
us.
No, thank you so much for inviting me. I'm very honored to be invited here. Yeah, you guys have done such an amazing job with the stream so far. I was like, I'm gonna be strong. I'm not gonna cry. Then I cried. I think I cried during Gudenge. Yeah. I don't know. That was just. Okay, now I'm gonna cry again. Ah! I'm gonna cry. Okay. I wrote down some things that I wanted to say because I knew that if I didn't write down anything, I'll just be sitting here with my one brain cell just rotating my brain. Nothing coming out. Okay. So Switt and I, we've only met in person once, and this was not too long ago. I would say maybe like 2 years ago, or yeah, about 2 years ago in the summer. And it was at the Georgia Aquarium Waffle House. I was at Waffle House. And that was the first time I've been to Waffle House, because I don't have Waffle House nearby where I live. And even though I didn't know them at all, and actually I was kind of apprehensive about the whole trip there, because I kind of was dragged there by my friends. I didn't know anybody, and I felt very secluded, but Switt was always so excited to meet me. And I also met Sonk too, so they made me feel so included, even for the short amount of time that I spent with them in person. And then even after that, like, we realized that we both were into VTubing. I mean, at that point, they didn't have a model yet, because I'm the one who rigged their model, and I'm so thankful that they asked me to do that. And like, to this day, I'll never forget my son, Switt. Yeah, just the way that they can make anyone feel included, no matter how long or short you've known them, is such like a strength that they have. And I wrote that it's just like in their original song, they always saw the fire in everyone, even if the person can't see the fire in themselves, and I feel like they always saw the fire in me. Okay, no cry. Okay. Deep breath. Okay. Yes. And yeah, actually, it's good that you guys played Yuki's video prior, because every collab that Yuki mentioned, I was there too. And I actually didn't know that Yuki didn't know Switt, because others knew Switt, and I met Switt. So I thought that Yuki knew Switt too, but they didn't. So yeah, I couldn't even tell, because it was just so nice and so welcoming, and Yuki too, and everyone. We just had such a good time playing whatever random game that we found. Yeah, I wish we played more games, but still, there's always tomorrow. We can always play more games with everybody here. Yeah. Yeah, it was always super fun. Just felt like a nice, friendly game, you know, without any bad feelings, I guess. You know, not every game has to be on each other's throats, I guess. So when we played together, everyone was just so friendly and sweet and nice to each other. And then if we accidentally push someone else off the cliff, we'd be like, no, I'm so sorry. Yeah, and that was something that we really shared together. I don't have that kind of gameplay experience with anyone else. It was just me, Aru, Switt, and Yuki. Although I never got to see Switt perform in person, I always heard from friends that they were an amazing idol. Well, I listen to Switt's karaoke streams on Twitch, but yeah, I wish I had the opportunity to see them sing and dance in person too. But the videos of their past performances are so wonderful. It's also amazing to see so many fellow idol friends and VTuber friends have so much respect and love for Switt. Since their passing, there's been multiple instances of groups of friends getting together to like pay tribute to Switt. So in person at Otakon, I remember Carniflora and the others putting up the idol show, and they sang "God Knows" in honor of Switt. It was so beautiful, and yeah, I definitely cried. Yeah, it's just very heartwarming to see everyone come together to celebrate their life. The VTuber and idol communities showed me how sweet and loving that they can be through all of the tributes to Switt. I'm happy that we are a part of this community. Yeah. It really showed me how just wonderful and sweet and loving that everyone can be. I am happy to be a part of this community. Switt has really infected everyone with their sunshine, and they still continue to this day and onwards. Yes, I hope we can continue to reflect the same bright light that Switt shone on all of us. Awoo! Yay! Yeah.
That was a beautiful awoo.
That was very sweet. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much again for inviting me and for hosting this. Thank you again.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay. I think I'm back up.
Yeah.
And I think we have a letter from Gray Cat, which is another friend of Switt's. So let me go ahead and read this for everybody. I discovered Switt from a Twitter thread spreading positivity to the community. They were a bursting ray of sunshine that never lit up. No matter what happened, they were always positive and upbeat. I reached out to them and we immediately hit it off. Because of her, I was introduced to so many new people I now call friends, and I was able to be a part of her life. There was a time when I asked her for some help with idol outfits, and we gushed about cute clothing cosplay. She was always someone I looked forward to and was excited to ask to collab or hang out and chat with at any time. We talked at one point when she got better that we should all hang out at a convention to do a get-together with the friend group, and it made my day to have someone in the VTuber community that I could trust like that to do such an activity. We tried to organize so many more collabs and activities, but sadly, sickness was a stopping factor in all of the plans. She would apologize for these interruptions, all the while she'd be spinning it in a positive sense. The times that we did get to play, or the times that we did get to play, was some of the most fun I've had in a very long time in my time as a creator. One of my favorite clips is of when we played Prop Night together, and had a blast running around and causing chaos in an empty lobby. Hearing the sign-in when she arrived on stream, the idiot older sister werewolf always got a kick out of me in the community, as we all knew we were in for a good time. Fall Guys was always the highlight of our gaming sessions, though, as they all went out trying to get the crown. We didn't really care about winning, though, as we just talked about our bad taste in anime the whole time and laughed at the responses we would read off. That's the key thing about Switt. It wasn't about the game, it was about her company that made everything worthwhile. She made my day every chance I got to play with her or interact with her. I reached out to her when I saw there was a game dev looking for players for a horse game, and I knew that she would love it. She was so excited about the interaction and told me she would try to get in, and I was ready to watch her play. I gave her a key to Coffee Talk 2 as I was excited to see her get back to streaming after all that was happening. She even gave me a fun fact about a town in Kentucky with a history of dog mayors as a thank you. It's completely unnecessary, but that interaction made my day for how on point it was for her to share that with me. In the end, people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did. But people will never forget how you made them feel. Thank you, Switt, for being there and being a shining beacon for all of us to look up to. I A cat doesn't do this, but for you, an exception. I'll do my best, cat. Gray. Woo! And
You
that
cut
was
off.
Gray Cat
Do it
Cafe.
again.
I cut off?
Yeah, because Gray cut you off. Oh, again.
Ooh. How's that?
I think it cut you off again.
Oh, am I peeking? Is that why?
I think you're peeking.
Ooh. Is it still peeking?
Yeah.
Here, hold on. Let me go back here. Here, let me go back here.
Yeah. Oh my god, he's still peeking. Here, I'll do it. I'll do it since I'm a cat.
Here,
just
wait, no,
like
I gotta.
Gray.
Here,
got it?
we'll do a low pitch here.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Oh. There we go.
That was
There we
perfect.
go.
Alrighty. Next person up is a mod for her server, Johnny CD.
And an
also.
organizer for this whole stream.
And my little helper for this stream. Yes, anything I needed help with, I turned to Johnny. And so Johnny has been.
None
a
of
big
this would have been
help.
possible without Johnny.
Yeah, Johnny
Definitely
did
filling in gaps
everything.
where we have been dropping things.
Hello.
Hi. How you guys doing?
Hi.
We're doing good.
Oh, that's wonderful.
All right.
I appreciate you bringing me on here.
All right. Take it away.
Thank you. I originally had something planned written down at I had written down about the day after they passed, and as soon as the event came forward, I was like, you know, this isn't right. I shouldn't just read something that I've written down all those times, so I'm just gonna say what's coming from the heart. And by the way, thank you, Slug, for organizing this and bringing me onto this. I really appreciate that. But where do I start? Before I met Swit, I was a not very nice person, to say the least. I was very closed-minded. I was very negative, and I had a lot of stuff going on. Around the time I think it was Hurricane Michael took out my home, and when I finally came back in, I had like no friends and no community to call my own. So, and I believe it was thanks to Faye when she raided Swit, and I think they were playing Yakuza 0, and I was really intrigued because they had such a warm energy about them, and they were very nice and positive, and I was drawn into the community, and I was like, I think I belong here. And when I was over time, me and Swit, we bonded for a lot of different reasons. We were talking about Yakuza, we were talking about our favorite games, our favorite shows, and you know, it just felt awesome to be there. I felt included. So when Swit and Sonk and everybody in the Sunflower Gang embraced me into their own, I felt like I belonged. And oh, sorry, I'm trying not to get too emotional, but you know, but my favorite moments that we've had together though were just chilling out in the voice channel, you know, just waiting for anybody to jump in. It would be me, Swit, Farmers, Kada, sometimes Carney, and we would just be talking about our favorite games and movies. And the last collab I believe me and Swit did though was of Power Wash Simulator, and boy, that was a lot of fun. And we've even played a couple Fall Guys games together. And thanks to Swit, she also they also inspired me to go into PNG tubing as well. What I wanted to share was Swit was an amazing person. You know, I was a single child all my life, but when I was embraced into their community, Swit was literally the older sister that I never had. And I thank her every single day for how her and her community have changed my life in such a short amount of time. And if it wasn't for Swit, I wouldn't have been introduced to wonderful people like Slug, Clary, the Scratch and Post gang, and so on and so forth. Even a lot of people that we had as guest speakers, I would have never met them if it wasn't for Swit. And to this day, I just look back and, you know, it's hard to bring in a lot of words to express how I'm feeling. But Swit, thank you very much for what you've done. And I hope, when we cross the Great Sanzu, we're gonna share a comp together. You just everybody, and thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for bringing me on, and all that good stuff.
Anytime.
Thank you for being here. That was all very well said.
Yes, and thank
I
you so
appreciate
much
it.
for your help. Again, thank you so much for your help.
Mm-hmm.
Helping me organize everything. It's a lot of work.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when you brought me in here, I was like, I hope I can do something to make an impact, and I'm very happy that
You were very helpful.
Thank
We
you.
couldn't have finished this out without you for sure.
I appreciate it. All right, I'm gonna go in the back, and I'm gonna make a couple hot pockets, like I told Swit I would do one day, and I'm just gonna enjoy the rest of the stream.
Let's go, Hot
Yeah.
Pockets!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, thank you.
Ow.
You keep cutting
Am I still
off.
cutting off
Yes,
with the
you
ow?
are.
Yeah. Alright, I'll just stop
Someday. Someday. Okay. So this next letter is from a longtime friend and viewer of Swittx channel. Their name is Carney. Carney is in chat right now. They wanted me to read their letter. So this is from Carney. Swit was truly one of a kind. It's safe to say it's safe to say they were several people's best friend because of how welcoming they were. When I got my mental illness diagnosis, several people abandoned me as a friend, not Swit. Swit stood by my side unwavering. That meant the world to me and will never be forgotten. If there was one thing Swit was really good at, it was making people feel special. Swit did this for me by calling me their brain twin. We had an incredible amount in common, and this term of endearment made me feel very special. So many people felt included and special in their own way because of Swit. You will be missed terribly. The world has truly lost a bright, gleaming light. That was Carney, everyone. Thank you, Carney, for sending
Very
a
well
letter
said.
in. Next letter is going to be you.
Rithsiko, I believe,
Rithsiko,
is
yeah.
the next letter that we have, and I'll be reading that on their behalf. And I see them in chat. Looks like they're our fellow mod of Swit. And I'll do my best to do it justice. In the beginning, when I first met Swit, I was half asleep and I was scrolling Twitter when I found Swit's post about moderation applications. I didn't know what to think of it at the time because I didn't even follow Swit. Who was this person? But something pushed me to reach out to them and ask about the application and if they were still looking for a Twitch moderator. Swit replied to me, and after a little bit of talking, they instantly took me in, and that for sure woke me up. I first thought, what did I just do? But now that I look back, I don't regret a second of it. Swit welcomed me onto the Mon team with open arms, and for that, I am forever grateful. I've never encountered someone so bright and as genuine as Swit. They were always so loving and brought me, along with others, so much joy to see them stream. I recall always showing Swit streams off to friends and family, sharing laughs over silly Twitch clips and doing assignments with them in the background as company. When university got rough, it helped me tremendously to have Swit streams in the background while I studied. They truly did get me through so much just with their content alone, and it was an absolute honor and pleasure to be in their presence. I may have not been around Swit as long as some here, but I can wholeheartedly say Swit was definitely an older sister to me. Just by being near them, I found I was so inspired by the way they can just change a room's atmosphere by bringing in so much joy and positive energy. Treating everyone with so much kindness and respect. I admired that so dearly about them. With me being the youngest of 4 sisters, I've always looked up to them, and Swit was someone I considered right alongside my sisters. I was never great at goodbyes, and always preferred to say, see you later. However, Swit, you will always live on with the color purple, cold conchs, Waffle House, horses, and of course, amongst many other things, you will be in the sunflowers that will always try to find the light in everything, just as you did. Ritsuko. Very well said.
Oh my god,
Very
that was
sweet,
such a
man.
beautiful letter. I cried reading that initially when I was going through
I
all the
really
letters.
love that one. Yeah, that
Thank
one's
you.
very sweet.
Thank you, Riv, for sending in your letter.
Thank you, Rith. Yeah, I hope I
Riv,
did it justice.
Next speaker is going to be Mama-san. Hello.
Oh,
Hi, Mama-san.
Hi.
thank you so much for having me today.
Yes, thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for being here. Yeah.
Mhm.
Thank you. So hello everybody. My name is San, or also known as in Swittx community as Mama San. I was in charge of her original model design, and thank you all for being here as we celebrate Switt's life and allowing me to speak some words. I actually met Swit a few years before her VTuber journey, as I met her IRL first. I had the blessing of meeting her during their idol days. Before meeting them personally, they were always someone I really greatly admired. I really admired the passion and energy they put into their performances alongside their group, and I really always enjoyed seeing their posts. And Swit has made a huge impact on both myself and in the idol scene, especially also with the Starlight Idol Festival, providing a space for many of us to share our idol passions and with the world and experience a magical stage, basically. This still remains one of my very favorite idol festivals to attend, and you really truly feel the love and passion it was built on, capturing the legacy that Swit left. Their presence will forever be felt here and share the idol spirits with everyone. The first time I actually got to meet Swit in person always remains a very, very dear memory to me. Swit, I don't know. She often talks about this on stream, but our very favorite ice cream spot is called Jeremiah's, which used to be only an ice cream place that was pretty local to Florida, but recently has expanded out more to her area as well. And this was actually the exact place I met them first. They were visiting, and I met up with them through a mutual friend. And being a very huge Jeremiah's fan myself, we very, very quickly bonded over our love for this frog ice cream spot, as well as our love for conch. We both very much enjoy the good old cold conchs. And we spent a few hours chatting about idol stuff in the Jeremiah's parking lot. I was really happy to have met someone that loved this ice cream shop as much as I do, and it became a token meetup spot whenever they happened to visit. I was really glad I was able to eat it with them again earlier this year, together with Sonk as well, and I'm really grateful I was able to have that moment. And at this moment, I definitely can't eat Jeremiah's anymore without thinking about Swit, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Swit is a person that always sees the best in people and is truly one of the most encouraging people I've ever met. They always believed in me and became the biggest supporter of my art career, and I'm forever grateful for all the opportunities they provided to me. I'm so sorry. I wasn't gonna cry today. I was really blessed that they chose me to draw for them. Really thank you, Swit, for allowing me to bring your visions to life and for allowing me to be your VTuber mom. I'm so sorry. I hope my drawings were able to bring you joy, and I'm really glad that I was able to complete the last commission in time for you to see before you left us. Although I wasn't too active in the VTuber community, I had a couple of really great collabs with Swit, and I really loved playing Fall Guys and golf with friends together. I also wanted to say thank you to Sonk for taking such good care of our friend. Swit really has made a huge impact on a lot of people's lives and still continue to do so. They've always radiated such positive and warming energy, and I'm sure their energy will continue to be felt in the lives and spaces they took a part in. Thank you for all you've done for us, Swit. Thank you for sharing your presence and your warmth, and thank you for being you. And I believe you're continuing to watch over all of us. I wish I had the opportunity to spend more time with you, but thank you for being my friend. A very big howl to you. Awoo! Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank
that
you.
was beautiful.
That was really sweet.
Thank
That was
you.
wonderful.
Give it up for
And you did great.
Mama-san, everyone. Woo!
Thank you, Mama-san. Thank you.
Thank you. Also, just a huge thank you for everyone that put all this work together to put this together for her. And it's
Anytime.
really great to see all of these projects that she was working on to still be coming to life and for everyone to experience her hard work.
I'm grateful we could share them.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mama-san. Next up is this one's
A letter from Julie for you.
Yes, yeah. So, just a little bit of some background information. Julie or Rolly Bun is Swittx design mama for 2.0, and Julie is also my designer and mama and papa. They're my whole parent.
Oh, the whole parent.
Yeah, they're my whole parent. And so Julie is made me and Swittx technically kind of like half sisters, almost like maybe 1/3 sister. But yeah, this letter is from Julie. Although I had only known Swittx for a very short time, it was apparent to me what a kind-hearted and happy person she was. Through our streams and our messages, she radiated such a positive energy. As I'm writing this and looking back on her VODs, I only wish so hard that I had gotten to know her better. Throughout the whole process of working together on her new design, she expressed so much joy, and I remember how motivating her energy was for me. With every new update, I sensed her enthusiasm and excitement through her words. I'm extremely grateful and honored I was able to take part in this project with her. Her VTuber artist and rigger did such an amazing job with the model, and I'm so happy she had the chance to see her vision come to fruition. I would like to extend my deepest condolences to Sonk, Swittx family, and close friends, as well as those in the Sunflower community. Thank you so much, Swittx, for being the wonderful individual you were and touching so many of our lives. I'm so grateful to have crossed paths with you in this lifetime, and know that you will be deeply missed and always remembered. That was really fun. Thank you. Thank you, Julie, for
Very
sending
well
in
read.
that letter. All right, next up is Faye.
Yeah, we have a letter from Faye, Faye Sievers, and I'll be reading that on their behalf. Get into it. Hello. Swittx was the first VTuber I ever interacted with within this community. I was initially quite intimidated by the whole VTuber scene, but Swittx agreed to do a collaboration with me. My first collab. I was admittedly nervous, but I will never forget that time, since the further we went into that stream together, it felt like I was already hanging out with a longtime friend. After the first collaboration, Swittx and I kept in contact, collabing a few more times. I always had fun when we could play something together, and on top of that, our conversations always felt uplifting. One of the things I'll always remember is sharing Tuesday TikToks with her, eventually greeting each other almost every week just to wish one another a happy Tuesday day, another happy Tuesday daisy, or some other way to say happy Tuesday. I want to remember her by her upbeat and positive presence, and these are what I admire about her. I always will. We haven't known each other for very long, but regardless, I'm hoping that my words somehow reach you, Swittx. Thank you for such everlasting and cherished memories. Your friend forever, Faye Sievers, and I'm sure they will. I'm sure they're hearing them right now, and they're very grateful. And thank you for this message. It was very sweet. We have Rue.
Rue.
Yeah, put me back in my corner
Yeah, I'll put you back in the corner.
where I belong.
Where we both belong. Rue. All right. Rue Nessa, thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for inviting me. Hello, everybody. Hello. All right, I had to condense my thoughts in a written speech a little bit, just to keep myself together. So I appreciate everyone for listening today. But hello, everyone. My name is Rue Nesan, but feel free to just call me Rue. It's an honor to be invited to speak today and to be with all the people that love Swittx. Thank you, Sonk, Slug, Clary, Johnny, and everyone involved in setting this up to allow us to celebrate Swittx and reminisce about them today. I had the pleasure of sharing the VTuber space with Swit as another older sister VTuber. However, I was also lucky enough to meet and get to know Swit in the real world as well. I knew of them through their idol group, Dancy Dash, and they were also friends with my friends who were fans of their group. I'd seen various content with them and their group for a few years, but I first met Swit in person while attending Anime Weekend Atlanta in 2019. I can't believe it's already been that long. My goal during that weekend was to see and spend time with my friends, make new friends, and attend the idol performances, and to meet the guests from Japan they had that year. I was told that the members of Danzy Dash had a huge role in forming the Starlight Idol Festival. So from early on, I knew that Swit and their friends were incredibly passionate about their idol group and performing as a whole. When the day came for the Starlight Idol Festival and Danzy Dash came on stage, you know those moments in anime where a character will watch a performance and their eyes start to sparkle? I know it sounds really dramatic, but I really think I sincerely had one of those moments while watching their idol group perform. The set list, costumes, dancing, singing, and energy were unlike anything I'd seen before. I recall going up to them and the other members after the show was over, and I told them how fun and amazing everything was. I was very lucky to be able to talk to Swit more after we all went to dinner together, and we ended up sitting at the same table at good old Flavor Town. If you know, you know. And after the convention was over, we all went to the World of Coca-Cola and the Georgia Aquarium, which had become a yearly post-Awa ritual with our group of friends. It was definitely one of the most perfect convention weekends I'll definitely never forget. We shared many laughs and precious moments together over the years, mainly online, but I think those many small snippets in time will really leave an imprint on me forever. I'll always remember you as a friend I can gush together about Harvest Moon, Twilight, Balto, and Spirit Stallion the Cimarron. Like, how many people love this combination of things? You were so special. You are such an inspiration. I can't help but feel so lucky to have been able to share so many moments with you. I wish I was able to tell you before, but you were one of the people that really inspired me to pursue VTubing. Being able to begin my journey while knowing that you were really rooting for me really touched my heart. You're a role model to many, and will continue to ignite the hearts of current and future aspiring VTubers because of the legacy you have left behind. Swit, thank you so much for letting me be part of your small life. Or being a small part of your life. And this year, Anime Weekend Atlanta, I plan to let out the biggest awoo for you. I love you, Swit, and I'll remember you forever. Thank you for everything. We promise to keep your memory alive for as long as time continues. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
That's wonderful.
Well said.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Give it up for the One-chan guys. One-san guys. Woo!
Thank you guys for doing this so much. This was an amazing experience to be a part of, and everything that we've been able to see Swit work on and everyone work on is just, it's so special. Thank you so much. I can't say it enough.
I'm glad we're
Thank you
able
for
to
being a
give you
part
an
of it.
opportunity. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, so this next letter is from a community member and also another mod from Switch channel who has been a friend of Swit IRL for quite some time, as well as a mod. So Kata, over there, I see you in chat. I'm gonna read your letter now. I hope I do it justice. Swit, I miss you very much. I can't believe it's been over a year since all this first started. I remember the initial stages of your disease and trying to figure out what was going on with you. As things progressed, I supported you in any way I could. I knew personally how scary cancer could be, and I looked forward to the day we would wear matching yellow bracelets. I awaited the day you would beat this disease. You always challenged yourself, and streaming was no different. Your first streams as yourself, then moving to VTubing. Pia, your very first model, then finally to our werewolf idiot sister Swit. You really ran with this streaming thing. You asked me to be a part of your mod team, and of course I said yes. You were building something incredible, and I wanted to be a part of that. Watching your evolution was amazing. You built a real community, a community that continues to be there and cherishes you. You live among all of us here in your community and in our thoughts and hearts, and we will never ever forget you. We finally defeated the Ender Dragon and saved the people of Sunflower Land. I knew you wanted to be there, and I wish you could have. But as promised, I ran the server event. A group of brave adventurers vanquished the dragon. There will be a memorial built for you in Sunflower Land, and you can live in that world too. I enjoyed the many hours you, Song, and I spent playing Minecraft. We met almost 4 years ago, and little did I know how much you would change my life. You introduced me to so many things I knew nothing about, such as various anime styles, manga, idols, streaming, the term yeet, and so much more. We shared many meals, me trying your food, delicious, and you trying my food, also delicious. I even perfected that soup just for you. There will always be some waiting for you, Song too. I made so many wonderful friends because I met them through you. People I know that will be a part of my life forever. You brighten my life in many different ways. Small things here and there remind me of you. Things I do now because of your teachings. I'm trying to adult. I'm trying to be happy. I'm trying to move forward. And it's so difficult. I'm failing a lot, but I'm trying. Sometimes you don't realize how deeply a person affects you. And until they're not there anymore. You changed me in so many ways. You made me a better person. I care about how deeply and have so much respect and admiration for you. You will always be in my thoughts and heart. I love you, Swit, and I look forward to the day we can do all these things together again. Thank you, Kata. Thank you
You
for
did a great job, buddy.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and do Jammin's letter then.
Jammin.
To give you a chance. There we go. So this was another friend of Switt's, Jammin. And I'll try to do this justice. I've never written a eulogy before. I've been sitting here for some time trying to find a single solitary magical word that would suffice, or that would sufficiently summarize the character of Swit and do her justice. Trying to find phrases to adequately describe her kindness, her passion, her generosity. It's all eluded me for some time. In fact, I started to wonder if they exist at all. So instead, I'll find two other words that will always remind me of Swit and make me smile. Spaghetti King. That's what she called me in our very first Discord message back in 2020, asking if we could collab on Twitch sometime. I had an embarrassing history of awkwardly turning down requests as I was socially anxious, behind the mask of a fluffy internet cat. But I never felt that with her. From the very first moment, it had felt like we had been best friends for years. We were two VTubers with a single solitary brain cell between us, sharing ideas, plans, and upcoming collaborations, which took some time to organize as we were continually distracted by gifs of cats, pictures of food, and me desperately trying to convince Swit to play Final Fantasy XIV. Swit, it'll be great. We can go raiding. Just download it now. Swit, always thoughtful, always funny, always kind. More words that don't seem to really do Swit justice. We managed to organize the collab at the end. We were going to co-op a game. It was going to be fantastic. Oh dear, Jammin couldn't sign into the game. Oh dear, we spent 2 hours live on Twitch trying to fix it. That single brain cell was working overtime. We chatted, we laughed. I could have happily stared at the EA error screen for another 6 hours, listening to Swit cheerfully chat away. I can't think of anyone else at the time who I would have been happier to waste time with. And we never stopped chatting. Swit would excitedly show me her new VTuber designs and art that she was commissioning. I'd share my own. We had the appearance of two children comparing their favorite toys on the playground. Oh god, your overlay is so cute. Oh gosh, I love the fluffy tail. Look at these new alerts. Swit, so talented, so hardworking, so wonderfully, infectiously, amazingly Swit. I still haven't found the right words, but I know she wouldn't mind. It's the memories that are truly important. When I remember Swit, I will remember her laugh, I will remember her voice, and I will smile every time I see a sunflower because of you. And that was wonderful. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that with us, Jammin.
Yeah, thank you, Jammin. up next is Dojima, who is a good friend of Swit as well, and a streamer. So let's go ahead and bring them in.
Us.
Hello. Let me get
Us.
you up here. There. Oh, I love your Fugi. It's cute.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
And oh man, and unlike the lore video, we at the den really adored and loved Swit. And I completely forgot that we were working on that.
I hope you'll forgive me for turning you into muscle, man. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're good. You're totally fine. No, I loved it. But yeah, and I apologize. I'm not good at this at all. But I've known Swit for what seems like almost a decade. We met back in, it was either 15 or 16, 2015 or 16, back at SakuraCon. We met through friends of friends, and my first memory of us together was trying to find this one specific pizza place that was on Capitol Hill, and we found it, and I can't remember if we ate there or not, or decided it wasn't worth it and went somewhere else. But at the dinner, we started to talk a little more about conventions, and at the time I had just started taking a more larger role in the convention community. I had just turned into a convention director for a local convention, and Swit worked with AWA and some conventions in that area, and we just kind of bonded and then traded line informations, and we just kept on talking. Every time one of us would make a large announcement, we would, hype each other up. And, things happen, people get really busy, but we would, check on each other from now and again and kind of see how we were doing. I never really got a chance to go to AWA, and I regret it, but Swit was always there for me when things would get kind of heavy, because anybody who plans conventions kind of knows the ins and outs, and I kind of took on too much responsibility, and Swit really helped me through these tough times. And for a little bit we didn't really message each other as much, but then we both found out that we really loved VTubing, and we streamed together. I remember one of our first major collabs was the 25th Ward, and I was really excited to collab, but where we brought Swit into the story was right near the ending, so it's like, hey, guess what, information dump. But Swit was really excited to continue on with the story and how crazy it was. Swit's diagnosis came around the same time as my dad's, so we talked about it a little bit, and even though she was going through all that, she still tried to comfort me in that, and I really appreciated it, and I could only hope that I was doing the same for her. And it was really tough getting the news, but I'm happy that she's not in pain anymore. And before she passed, we all talked about going myself, Goemon, Gur, Zungi, Mizuno, Claude, all talked about going on a on a big adventure with our idiot werewolf sister, all his delinquents. And we're still gonna go on that adventure, but it's gonna take us a little bit more time. So Swit, we'll see you again eventually. And I hope you're not too shocked about the antics we're getting in. But we'll keep being our stupid delinquent selves for you. And thank you guys for this opportunity to speak about our idiot older sister.
Very heartfelt and wonderful. Yeah, thank you for sharing.
Oh, you're
thank you for
welcome.
being here.
Oh, it's the least I can do.
Thank you, Dojima, everyone. Dojima, woo!
Thanks, Dojima.
Okay, so Nee sent in a letter, a PNG of her letter, and honestly, it's too pretty to like not display, so I will actually display it as I'm reading, because it's just so pretty. So, I will read it now. This is her model parent. Hello, this is Nee, Swit 2.0's model parent. When Swit first approached Hime and I for the creation of their 2.0 model, I was absolutely shaking with excitement. Sunflowers are my favorite flower because they are always facing the sun with unwavering strength and pride. I thought we were destined. When Swit informed us that they were currently undergoing outpatient treatment before the start of everything, I felt absolutely enamored to bring sunshine to the rough days that they were having with every whip update I sent them. And as you can guess, they were absolutely thrilled every time I did. All our cheerful and encouraging exchanges made everything about this project so special to Hime and I. We were incredibly happy seeing them excitedly share sneak peeks of their model to everyone. While they never had a chance to debut the model itself, we're both so honored to have been able to contribute to their happiness in their final days of life. I hope everyone at least has had the chance to enjoy the small showcase that we've prepared of the model. Swit had absolutely touched our lives and sunshine in the little time we knew them. I'll always fondly remember them in our silly little interactions. We love our precious sunflower child so much. Thank you so much for being a bright part of my life and for believing so much in me when I needed it. Until we meet again, Swit. Awoo! Sending all my love, Nee. Oh, look, it's so pretty. This letter is so
Beautiful
pretty.
message, and the letter, yeah, the art is beautiful.
Thank you,
as well.
Nee, for sending in
Thank you so much.
the letter. Let's go ahead and get Adu in here. Hi, Adu, welcome in.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome in.
Thanks for
Thank
being
you for
here.
coming. Yeah, thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me. I'm so glad we're doing this for Swit.
All of us
done
are,
so
yeah.
much. She's done so, just hearing everyone's story, it's like, wow, she's done so much. Like, the thing is, whenever like I try to do stuff, she's always been supportive, and sometimes I just throw messages at her and she would always respond. I'm just like, check out this dumb plan. I got some stupid stuff planned. What do you think of this? And she'll be like, oh my god, that's brilliant. You should do that. And now I'm in this form. I've never done VTubing or PNG tubing. I've always been a flesh tuber. So this is super weird to me. I just really wanted to do more with her. I wanted a collab. I wanted to, like, man, it really sucks. But I know she is looking down on all of us, and she's got our backs. I'm still doing stuff. I'm still making new things, and I know that she will always be with me, with everyone, and just watching and just going like, wow, that's some crazy stuff you guys are doing. But yeah, a little backstory on me. run a thing called Annie Song Party. It's a Annie Song DJ group. We spin anime music. Oh, I've always went to like anime convention dances, right? And then it's like, how come they never play anime music? So I'm like, oh, maybe I should DJ. And you know, I didn't really make the step forward to DJing because, you know, I'm a little shy. And I would talk to Swit, and she was like, you should do it at this panel at Anime USA. I'm like, I should DJ for you guys? Is that okay? I don't even have equipment. I'll just use this iPad, okay? So I just spun at their panel, and it was awesome. Good feels. And I ended up, you know, starting Annie Party because of her, pretty much. We did our first gig, and it just grew into something big. And Swit is one of those people that helped get this started. Yeah, we just did a show last night, and it was pretty crazy. Oh, also the A-Part thing too. Sonic-ku just brought that up. A-Part was like a rival dance group that we made up to rival a dance group called United. Just a lot of dumb ideas that she just went with. It's like, oh, that's dumb. Yeah, okay. You guys heard of Danzu Dash, right? Yeah. She brought me in during that same panel when I joined. Penguin member does. Grave Coon does. I originally joined as a joke, as the ultimate enemy to Danzu. We're a koi aquarium walk. The complete opposite. Yabai, yeah? Just a lot of dumb stuff. I think I tried to rob everyone at one point. Yeah, good times. But yeah, there's just so much dumb stuff that I just came up with, shared with Swit, and she's like, do it. Just do it. I'm like, okay. It's so dumb. She was the best. Sorry, I'm just trying to keep it together. We met through a mutual friend, and then eventually just hit it off and just started coming up with dumb ideas, doing dumb stuff, and I want to do VTubing now. And I kept telling her, hey, I'm gonna get a model soon. Sooner or later. Soon. I promise her. Originally, this PNG tuber was like my first step. So I was like, I need to get this done as soon as possible. I want to collab with Swit as soon as possible, right? I got some collabs in, like, we played a couple games together, like Phasmo, I think Apex at one point. But I was keeping this under the wraps, but I was gonna commission for different forms for my PNG tuber to change into. One of them was gonna be a wolf form. I was gonna base it off each of my friends. I was gonna surprise her and just be like, I'm a wolf now too. Aru! But yeah, miss Swit so much. She's done so many amazing things as a VTuber. I saw like when I saw her do her cover of King, that's still on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Have you watched that? Yeah. Oh, it was so good. It's so professionally done. I immediately just messaged her. I was just like, yo, Swit, you're official VTuber for reals. For reals.
Yeah, you're not official until you make a cover of King.
King, right? Right? Oh, it sounds so good. I didn't know she could sing like that too. I was just like, whoa. So like, I love seeing the progress. I love watching her streams and seeing how her model has evolved, how she added more things, backgrounds, and every stream was so entertaining. I'm so glad that she decided to do VTubing. I'm crying already. Bye.
It's okay.
Yeah. But yeah, when I heard the news about what happened, I was actually at Anime Expo at the time. And I was just like, no. Because because I was originally planning to just get a plane ticket, go straight there, and see her as soon as possible. That was my plan. Yeah, didn't make it in time, but so I did what I do best, you know. I spun all the songs that she liked at the booth that I was working on. And just kept spinning songs that I know she likes. I'll spin line for her anytime she wants.
Well, Aldo, thank you so much for coming on and saying a few things.
Thank you for sharing that.
I appreciate you guys doing this. It's so beautiful. I love all these sunflowers. Wait, could I ask for one more favor?
Yeah.
I've never been in her room before. I saw you guys were using that background, right? Yeah, let me visit the room.
You want to visit the room? Okay,
yeah.
I got you.
I never got to visit. Yeah, I want to visit.
Oh, yeah.
Wow,
So here, over here.
There you go. Standing right on the desk too.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I'll leave my footprints.
What,
is that her manga collection?
It is. It's her manga collection over there. And then on the left, you see her gamer lights.
Oh, gamer lights. Oh, whoa.
Oh, they're on the right too.
Oh, it's truly professional for real.
You can't game
for real. Real gamer for reals.
This is gonna be her office. Yeah.
I can't do it right now, but I'd be spinning in a chair right now, in a circle.
I
just assume it'd be like one of those. Whoa! Thank you, I appreciate it.
You're welcome, Adu. Thank you for the laughs.
All right, have a good one, everybody.
This letter is from Chloe, another one of Switt's friends from earlier in their VTuber career. Switt was one of the first people I met when I started VTubing. My memory is so trash, but one of the distinct things I remember, aside from some of the memes and group calls playing golf with friends, was one morning during summer of 2021 when I was still working from home. There were a few of us on call, but I think it was early enough to be mostly just Switt and I chatting while I streamed Far Cry 5 to the BC. I don't remember what we talked about in detail. I remember not knowing Switt that well at the time, but talking together felt so warm and familiar. They talked a bit about their personal stuff and let me talk about things while giving non-invasive advice. Genuinely good input on stuff. I lost touch with them a bit before they announced that they were sick, and after that I wanted to give them space because I knew that they were going through a lot and probably didn't have the energy to catch up. Looking back, I should have tried harder to reach out. I think I always kind of put Switt on the pedestal of how I wish I could be. Not as a flawless person, but as a person who always seemed to know what to say to people, how to be genuinely kind to people, and to appear mostly unbothered by the little things. Stuff that I always struggled with. Of course, just because they're gone doesn't mean I can't still learn from them. It just sucks so much how easy it is to take something like that for granted when you think the person will always be around. My heart goes out to you guys and Switt's family. I know this memorial stream means a lot to people, so thank you to everyone that organized and contributed. And that's Chloe's letter. Next up is Max. Max!
Bongorno.
All right, Max, thank you so much for joining us.
All right, cool. I know we were supposed to prepare papers. I'm very bad at writing papers. So
Not exactly. I'm making it too, don't worry. I didn't write anything.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm going to be crying. We're all going to get through it together. It'll be fine. We're going to be awesome. So fun fact, first time I met Switt was through a bunch of mutual friends. And we all were doing like a collab. I can't remember what the game was. It was one of those party games like Pummel Party, whatever the bullshit was. And started hanging out. We played a raft game together where Switt was... The only thing Switt wanted to do was paint the boat. All Switt wanted to do was paint the boat. Like, Switt collected the flowers, Switt started putting the paint on, like, we were all dying of starvation, and all Switt wanted to do was paint the boat. Right? So, I got mad at Swit at the time just because I was like, "No, Swit, we need food. We need to eat food." And Swit was like, "No, paint boat." And I kind of wish I wasn't mad at the time because let's be honest, I probably could have fixed the issue by myself, and Swit could have made a bomb ass boat. We bonded over a couple of things, mostly being little shitlords. So I made a really terrible little stick figure PNG of myself, and then made a wallpaper of it and was like, put it on your phone. Swit was the only person who put it on their phone. They put it on their phone, and it's just my stupid face as a stick figure. We bonded over 3 mutual things. We bonded over hoof trimming videos, garlic, and Waffle House. Those were our 3 things. And they were a very silly little bean. They loved garlic so much. Act Photos knows it. Swit loved garlic. If you could put like 5 pounds of garlic in every single food, they would eat it.
Thank you for coming on, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the stream.
Thank you. Have a
Thanks for
great
being
day.
here. We got a letter
Yeah.
from Hime. And this is my last letter to read out. And this is the rigging artist, correct?
Yes.
For 2.0?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So this is from Hime, the rigging artist for 2.0, the model showcase that we saw earlier. This is who did the rigging on that. I'm so honored to have gotten to work with Swit. Every day I got feedback from them was full of joy. Being able to bring their model vision to life was a treat, and knowing how excited they were drove me to do my best. It's still such a shock to lose such a bright personality so soon, but I will always remember them, despite the short period that I knew them. Thank you for everything, Hime. Thank you, Hime.
Alrighty. The last letter we have is actually from Marin, yeah, who is
Marin.
yeah, who is one of Swit's IRL friends, and this letter is actually gonna be read by Sonk. So let's go ahead and welcome Sonk in for this last letter.
Hello.
I am.
Hi, Sonk.
Hi, Sonk.
Welcome in.
Hey everyone.
Thanks for being here.
It's song time, yes.
It's
Yes,
song
Nia.
It's song time, yeah. Everybody get the hell out of the way.
Yeah. Oh wow. So this letter's from Marin. Let's go ahead and read it out. Dear Switty, starting this off with saying that I love and miss you. The absence of your presence rings through the communities we were a part of together. I feel like I'm living a dream, except I won't wake up until you will be there, bringing smiles to everyone as usual. Now you have a different role in our lives. A reminder that we are mortal? Yeah. But also a reminder that the memories we have together can never be taken away from us. I will treasure all the little interactions we had. Piglet will too. I honestly can't remember how we met, but for sure it was through idle activities. I will keep your Danzu Dash pin until the end of time. I know how much the group and everything it stood for meant to you. I'm so happy I got to see you perform with them in person. Even though all the hurdles idling has, you jumped over them with grace. A silly little smile and a wiggle of your wolf ears. I always looked up to you for that, and I'm not sure if I ever got to tell you that. Danzu really vaulted Kaigai idols in front of a larger audience, and the effect of that will be felt for years. You and your group did that. There's no way to properly express my gratitude. I'm so blessed to have made all of the idol friends that you helped bring together. I hope that wherever you are now, you are able to hear my prayers of peace and comfort. Every time I see a purple idol and wolves, I will think of you. Wait for me, and one day we will be able to perform together on the same stage. Lavender and light blue go together well, don't they? Love you. Now, love, Marin.
Very sweet.
Thank you so much, Song, for reading that.
Thank you for reading that song.
Alright. Song is gonna go away
Alright.
for a split second.
Man, he'll be back.
But he'll be
Don't
back.
get too comfortable.
Yeah. Alrighty, guys.
He's gonna be rounding us home before we get with Sonk.
Yeah. But
Now we're
as
hiding.
Yeah. I'm gonna put you in this corner.
Yeah, that's fine.
As we Carter, I'm scary. Gosh, I couldn't have done this any other way,
Creeping,
honestly. As we're nearing the end of this stream, I want to take this time to just say thank you to everyone who has stuck around so far. Yes, and if you weren't able to see all of the stream, or if you weren't able to catch all of it or see like any of the lore videos, don't worry, Song is going to be posting hopefully edited version of this video so it doesn't look as scuffed. So yeah, again, thank you guys for coming by, and thank you again so much for Slug as well for co-hosting this entire thing with me and just helping me do all this. I couldn't have done this without his help and with the help of, you know, everyone that just put all of their love into this project. Thank you guys so much, and their names will be in the credits, so we can properly thank them. So if you guys don't know already, my name is Clary Nova. I am Switt's best, I want to say I'm Switt's best VTuber friend. I don't know. I met Switt. We were both actually starting our VTuber journeys around the same time. I've been streaming for a good like 6 years, but I started VTubing around the same time Switt VTubed, and the way we met is so funny. I was on Twitter just scrolling through just, you know, VTuber Twitter, and I came across a post that she had posted on, and I think the post was about like American healthcare and how shitty it is. And she was just like, oh man, if I ever like need to go to the hospital, don't you fucking dare call the ambulance. And then I replied to it and I was like, yeah, just give me something for the pain and let me die. And you know, we kind of, that's where it kind of started, right? The fact that she like interacted back with me in such a like Switty way. I kind of like looked at her socials and I checked out her Twitch, and some of her like IRL VODs were still up, and I noticed she was wearing Nameless Poem, a Lolita dress, and I am also in the Lolita community, so I was like, oh my god, they wear Lolita and they're cool. So I'm very hesitant to reach out to people. I wouldn't say I'm like shy, but I was able to like muster up the courage to like send out a DM and was like, hey, I think you're really cool. Can we be friends? And they were like, yeah. The rest is history, you know? I feel like throughout your life, there's only like so many people that like you really, really connect with and that you can call your best friend. And when Switt came into my life, I was going through an actual friendship fallout. And it was really hard on me. Ever since I met her, life just got so much brighter. Like she seriously brightened up my years with her. Those are some of the best years of my life, and it's thanks to her that I met Con and Alsu, who are a part of our, I don't know if you guys heard about the scratching post, but we were pretty tight-knit, and you know, we just shot the shit every time. I think what I'm gonna miss the most about Switt, the many nights where we would spend up till, it would be like till 2 a.m. my time, but it would be like till 3 a.m. her time. But like, you know, we could just talk about anything, and we had quite a lot in common. We had a lot of common in terms of like the stuff we went through in life and like how we thought. One of her jokes was she was gonna print out a picture of my VTuber and put it in her wallet, because I was always telling her to stop spending money on Skev, because she was always like, I'm so poor. and she would be like, every time I'm gonna print a picture of Clary and put her in my wallet, because so every time I feel like spending money on Skev, I'm gonna see her face and not spend money on Skev. In the end, I'm really glad that, you know, she spent all the money she could on Skev, because we have all this wonderful art of her. Gosh. So it's probably the bestest friend that I've ever had, and I am so upset that she's gone, and it's not fair, and my heart breaks for everyone in this community, for Song, for her family, and I had the wonderful privilege of being able to be there for her in-person memorial, and let me tell you, the number one person I had on my mind was you guys whenever this was happening. I wanted to give you guys a chance to, you know, send our big sister off with one last woo. I really wanted to do this for you guys, so I am so happy that, you know, I was able, with the help of Slug, to, you know, get all this together. I'm gonna miss Swittx so much. And when everything was taking a turn for the worst, I bought tickets. I bought tickets to go try and fly and see them. But what ended up happening was they passed before I could get there. And so I had to cancel my unrefundable ticket and buy a new one for the memorial, and it just really hurt. It just really hurt that I didn't make it on time. And you know, Song was telling us about how excited they were to see me and Kon and Aosu. It was really heartbreaking. So this is kind of a way for me to come to terms with all of that, because I have so much regrets. The last DM I have with them is in January, because, you know, at the height of all their treatment, I didn't want to bother them. I didn't want to burden them, you know, socially. I kind of did the approach that a lot of people had, which was, you know, I'll let them talk to me when they have the energy. She was a fighter till the end. I mean, you guys saw at the beginning of this stream, she did Gurenge, she did the lore video, all of that. She did all of that while in the middle of all that treatment. I can't imagine like how tired she was, but you know, they did it all, and it's like so inspiring and so amazing. I had a therapist appointment telling them like, oh, I should have like reached out more, I should have talked or sent a DM, even though like maybe even if they didn't reply. And my therapist told me this, and I think it's important for everyone to hear too. One, we didn't know that this was gonna happen, and two, it's good that, you know, we were thinking of them. And, you know, had we reached out to them, it would have been more for selfish things at that point. So we did our best. I want everyone to know that you guys did your best, okay? And Switt did too. Y'all are so wonderful. And Switt is so lucky to have such an amazing community. You guys are amazing. Take your own advice. You did your best too. Thank you, guys. I had someone ask me the other day, how do you get over this? How do you move forward from this? And this is not my first rodeo with losing someone with cancer, so the best advice I can give you is that honestly, as cliche it is, it really does get easier over time depending on how close you were. Some people will heal faster than others, but I think the most important thing is that we never forget. Yeah, we don't really ever get over it. We just kind of learn to like live with it, and we never forget who they were, and we kind of take everything that we learned from that person, and we, you know, just continue on with our lives, because even though their time has stopped, ours do not stop. And I think Swit, above all else, wants us to, you know, take life by the balls and really really go at it, you know. They would want us to be happy, and so let's go ahead and carry that flame with us forever. Thank you guys again so much for coming. Swit, I'm gonna miss you so much. You were the bestest friend I could ever ask for. There was so much we were gonna do together. We were supposed to do covers, and we were supposed to take pictures in our cute matching Lolita dresses. You were gonna be my maid of honor in my wedding. Even though I'm really sad that these things can't happen anymore. I think more than anything, I'm just so happy that you're not in pain anymore. Because I really hated hearing them, how tired they were and how like fed up they were about all the cancer. So I'm just like really glad that, you know, I mean, I'm really glad that you're not in pain anymore. And so now we're reaching the end of the stream, and again, thank you everyone for coming. Now we're going to hand it over to Zonk, who is going to close the stream for us.
Thank you for sharing, Clary.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh wow, Clary, I don't know how to follow up with that one. You did really good with that. Thank you. I don't know exactly where to start. I guess from the beginning, right? So I met Swit as a cosplayer in 2012. And I was a photographer traveling out of state, so it was my first anime week in Atlanta. And I had a break in between photo shoots, and I saw another photographer friend that I had met just a month or so ago at Otakon that same year. So I was going to go out to go see him and say hey, and then I saw that he was doing a shoot for Angel Beats. And Swit had, she was cosplaying Tenchi from Angel Beats. I said, wow, like I've never seen anyone like actually like do this cosplay yet after however many years I've been doing cosplay photography. So I'm gonna do a photo shoot with her. So I did like a full photo shoot. Like normally I charge for like I used to charge for a full photo shoot session like that, but because I had approached them first, it was like on the house kind of, you know. And then as I was releasing the photos, she was just so excited and so happy with how they all turned out that she wouldn't stop leaving me alone. And I'm just like, wow, who is this crazy person that keeps messaging me? And they want to ask about the next photo shoot, and I haven't even thought that far out in advance yet. So, yeah, they ended up kind of stalking me for my photos for quite a while. And eventually I moved to her town, you know, and we were friends for a little bit, and then eventually we became a couple in 2016. And then we ended up moving together and enjoying all the all the adventures that came along with like being a couple, like with Danzu Dash. I was so involved with that and her friends and the community that surrounded it. I was involved with a lot of the volunteer with MomoCon a little bit, and then Anime Week in Atlanta. I was heavily involved with that and sharing her stresses with like maid cafe outfits and the cosplay stuff. It was quite the time. And we had planned. Yeah, she would not let me resist Rith. We were planning out a trip to Japan in 2020, and that was the trip where I wanted to propose to her. But unfortunately, COVID hit, and our trip was kind of canceled. And it's funny because she had multiple chances to want to go to Japan. She wanted to go to Japan with one of her close friends, who actually made it happen for herself by eating cup noodle ramen like basically every day, and Swit she would not stoop down to that level. So that was like kind of a strike one for her. Like she missed out on that trip with friends. And then COVID happened and our flights got canceled, so that's kind of a strike two on there, you know. But yeah, we kind of like, I found like a little compromise. So 8 years to the day that I met her, which was September 29th, 2012. 8 years later in 2020, I took her out back to kind of the venue in the gardens out front of the hotel and proposed to her there. And it was like we kind of like went back and walked around and reminisced about how we met, and yeah, it was really nice and sweet, and it brought back a lot of good memories. And she really liked that kind of sentiment too. We ended up trying to make like a 5-year plan and getting ready for the wedding that was ramping up, and then she ended up getting hospitalized less than a month before our wedding, and it ended up being quite the long stay with like surgery and everything, and the recovery and the inpatient chemotherapy before she ended up getting released. So like the wedding that we had wanted ended up not happening, or it ended up not happening, and she never got to wear her wedding dress. Yeah. But we kind of like struggled on the weekly. She had weekly chemotherapy. Every Tuesday we would go to the hospital, and or her mom wolf or papa wolf would take her to the hospital, and you know, it just became just kind of a part of our daily lives, just kind of going through it one step at a time. And in March we went down to her primary oncologist, and they did scans and everything came out clear, and we're like, all right, we're just gonna ride this out till we're done, like cancer free, let's go. But I mean, I knew, like, cause I used to work a little bit in the healthcare field. It's like there's no such thing as cancer free. It's really like it's just so small that you can't detect it really. So like I just kind of nudged her a little bit to say like, hey, let's not get complacent, let's just keep going, and you know, one step at a time. And then when everything happened in late June, it was I knew. Yeah. It was a very sudden development and a shock to find her, and I had never called EMS before. It was my first 911 call ever in my life. It was really scary. But yeah, we got her to the hospital and she wasn't very responsive. She had a seizure, and then it turned out that her cancer had metastasized to her brain and got into her spinal fluid. Which we were like, how, you know? Like, how did this slip by us? And there, for a few days, she was not able to talk. Like, I spent a lot of time at her bedside, just kind of like washing her face and applying chapstick, and you know, and just waiting for the day that she would kind of talk to us again. And that day eventually came. She was able to. I got a text from her mom saying, "Hey, like, she's talking now. Like, here's her on the phone," you know. And I immediately like drove off back to the hospital to go see her, and talk to her. And I brought her phone with her because we had left it at the house, and she wanted to go through the pictures that she took of herself in the wedding studio, or in the bridal studio, where she was trying on her wedding dress. And that was the first time I had ever seen her wearing that. I guess like the part of her knew that her cancer was terminal. But we tried to spend as much quality time together, and on top of me like fighting like the whole hospital system at the time. Yeah, and then when the day came, like I don't know, it was weird. Like I had like weird premonitions, and I had like a vision of like something like terrible happening, and like I kind of told myself like, oh man, it's gonna be like a long night, kind of. Like I don't know, like we'll just get through it. And then it was very, it was sudden. Like I knew it was gonna be soon. Well, I think we all knew it was gonna be soon at that point, but not this soon. And I held her hand the entire way. My last words to her were, "You did a good job. It's time to go, and I love you so much. Until we become Stardust." That was her thing. Love you until Stardust. Yeah. And when she did pass, as she did take her last breath, or when her heart stopped beating, it felt like the whole universe split in half. And kind of every moment that passes, it's like time is dragging me farther and farther away from her, but I'm trying to find every way I can to bring her along with me in my life. Yeah. It's so unfair, and for something like this to happen to someone so young and with so much talent, and brought so much good into this world. Like everyone shared their experiences that spoke and wrote these letters to her, or for her. Every little bit of it's true, and she was truly a really good person. Yeah, but definitely a force of nature. So, since her passing, I thought about, okay, well, I need to somehow take this energy and do some good with it. So I'm working, like, I really want to carry this community through that Swit had created and nourished. I want to make sure that her community continues to thrive, that any of her projects that were left unfinished do get wrapped up. And thank you to the Love Slug and Clary and everyone else part of the Sunflower Gang project. You guys did an amazing job seeing a lot of these projects through. Thank you so very much. But yeah, thank you all for coming. Sunflower Gang forever. But yeah, thank you everyone for coming all together and attending, and everyone sharing their memories with Swit. It really means a lot to me and everyone around here and her family and friends that are watching right now. Thank you all.